Good afternoon, friends. This video on one of the proposed changes in Union Budget 2021, right? Clause number 114, amending Section 16 of IGST Act pertaining to zero-rated supply of goods or services. There are two transactions called zero-rated. The first one, export of goods or services. Second, supply of goods or services to SEZ unit or developer. What is the change proposed? Now, it should be for authorized operation. So, whenever you are supplying goods or services to SEZ unit or developer, it should be for authorized operation by SEZ unit or developer. Then it is going to be called zero rated supply under section 16 of IGST Act. Second change. As I said, there are two specific supply, export of goods or services or supply to SEZ unit or developer for authorized operation. This is called zero rated. Whenever we undertake zero rated transaction, there are two options. First, on payment of IGST, and second, without payment of IGST, but I go for refund of ITC, input tax credit. In that case, I have to execute LUT or bond, provided I am not being prosecuted for an offense involving an amount more than 2.5 crore. So two options available to me. For understanding this change, let's take an example. I'm exporter of goods. I got 50 rupees inward supply at the rate of 18%. So I got 9 rupees credit with me. Let's divide this 9 rupees credit in three components: 6 rupees on input, 1 rupee on input services, and 2 rupees on capital goods. Total is 9 rupees ITC with me, and I'm exporting goods. Let's say I'm exporting goods at 100 rupees. And following option of payment of IGST route. So 100 rupees, I'm applying, let's say 18% is the GST rate. Then IGST to be paid is 18 rupees. For payment of 18 rupees, I will use my input tax credit of 9 rupees, and 9 rupees I will pay in cash. So whatever I paid 18 rupees as IGST, I will get back from department in cash, total 18 rupees. This is the payment of IGST route. What is now ITC route? Where I'm not following payment of IGST route, I need to either execute LUT or bond. Now, I can go for refund of input tax credit, which is 9 rupees. But to tell you, and you can also apply your mind, when you go for without payment of IGST and refund of ITC, input tax credit, then you are eligible to get refund only on input and input services, which is 6 plus 1, 7 rupees. On capital goods credit, you will not be allowed to be refunded under option 2, which is refund of ITC route. So 2 rupees credit on capital goods keeps accumulated or blocked when I'm following the second option, refund of ITC. Having said that, what is the change proposed in this Union Budget 2021? The change now proposed that being exporter, you have to now see that you're allowed to follow the payment of IGST route only for the class of persons which is going to be notified. So it will not be open for all. It is only for the notified class of persons who can follow route of payment of IGST. Second, it is only for notified goods now. Third, it is only for notified services now. So payment of IGST route now would be available only for the notified class of person, notified goods, notified services. So meaning thereby what happened, this payment of IGST route, they are restricting, curtailing. So what happened? If you happen to be exporter and following payment of IGST route, way forward, as and when this clause 114 of Finance Bill 2021 gets notified, thereafter you have to see whether you are falling into that specified class, specified goods, specified services for following payment of IGST route. Otherwise, you have to come back on option 2, which is talking about refund of ITC on execution of LUT or bond, wherein you will get refund of only input and input services. In example given to you, it is only 7 rupees. So you will not be allowed refund of ITC on capital goods. To that extent, it is detrimental when we talk about promotion, increase export of goods or services. But this is how the change is proposed in section 16 of IGST Act in this Finance Bill 2021. Third one, if I'm exporter of goods or exporter of services, for exporter of services there is provision that I must receive exports proceeds within RBI defined time period. That is the condition. Then only I can say my export of services, all the condition. One of the conditions says I must get money in convertible foreign exchange or INR if permitted by RBI within the time limit as per FEMA provision. Then only it is termed as export of services. But for export of goods, first question which is coming to everyone's mind, was there any condition, compulsory condition for receipt of sales proceeds on export of goods? This was the important one, right? Rule 96B got inserted on 23rd March 2020, which talks about compulsorily I must receive export consideration, sell proceeds on export of goods within defined time limit as per the FEMA provision. But there was no such provision in the IGST Act. Now what happened? As per this clause number 114, they are amending section 16 of IGST Act and making sure that if you are exporter of goods, either following IGST route or refund of ITC route, and you have taken refund from the department, you must ensure receipt of sale proceeds on export of goods within the time limit as per FEMA provision. If you don't receive the money, export proceeds within the time limit as per FEMA, then you are liable to deposit, refund whatever you have taken from the department on account of zero rated export of goods, and that too along with interest. So this should be refunded back to the department within 30 days from the expiry of time limit as per the FEMA provision for receipt of sale proceeds on export of goods. And it is talking about along with interest. Just to highlight Rule 96B, which was inserted without provision in the Act. Now this section 16 getting amended. Lot of litigation has already started on this account. Writ got admitted in the High Court also. So prior to this insertion, which is now being proposed in Finance Bill 2021, Rule 96B can be held ultra vires. But nevertheless, this is what the crux of Rule 96B, now getting strengthened with the provision amended in Section 16 of IGST Act. Second, in that Rule 96B, it is being stated, in case RBI write-off requirement of collection of sale proceeds on export of goods. So RBI permitting write-off, then you need not require to refund back, deposit this refund amount. Third, in case you get this money, sell proceeds on export of goods within extended time period as per RBI allowed you, then in that case, whatever refund amount you have deposited, you can claim refund once again from the proper officer, that too within 3 months of your collection within the specified time period. But interest whatever you have paid while refunding back this refund amount, this will not be refunded to you. Only the principal refund amount which was deposited by you can once be claimed as a refund once you receive this sale proceeds on export of goods within extended time period as per RBI provision. So section 16 pertaining to zero rated amended now. 3 important parameters we have jotted down as a crux which is being proposed in clause 114 of Finance Bill 2021. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for a number of more changes. Thank you very much.